Hi, Erin. Erin? Um, yeah. Okay, got a link. And I can't hear anyone. Oh, wait. No, shoot. Um,
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Am I reverberating for you?
No, you sound okay.
No, I am for Heather. I can't hear you.
Hold on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, good. I can change the view now and everything.
Hi, Terry.
Hi.
I like your comments. I think you're absolutely right.
Okay.
And you,
I woke up one morning and it was after reading the email from Peggy, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't right.
yeah, I was thinking this doesn't make any sense. It's like only one element of living green, but it's not conserving anything.
Right.
I mean, conserving energy, but what about our natural environment, which is the big plus?
Yes. So,
Okay.
okay, let's see if I can do this without total. Let me try it without my mic. See if that makes any difference.
Now it's worse.
Yeah, now I'm hearing myself off of.
Hmm.
I have a bad feeling it's Aaron's computer. Okay, but let me go back on the. Oh,
That's not going to work.
Is it reverberating when you wear the headphones, Heather?
yes, I'm back. So
Is
I, I
is that
find
work?
myself, it's that if I wear the headphones, I don't reverb off of everybody else quite as badly. Um, but I can tell I still am.
But no one else is here. So can we just go to another room? Zoom room?
I should say also that this is a legal meeting and we are being recorded.
Yes, I know, but we're having problems.
Mhm. Um, and I can't kick Erin out because she's the moderator.
If you text her, maybe you can ask her to make you also a co-host and then let her drop from the meeting so that you don't have to, it will be very difficult for you to do the meeting. And everyone, I'm going to have to zoom out of here. I thought 10 was our time, and I'm going to have to leave because I have to get to the college ASAP.
I We're trying. I think we all agree with Terry. Let me cover the other thing on the agenda, which was that I signed us up to have the Conservation Commission at the booth at the North Madison plant sale on Saturday from 9 to 1. And the Cushing Memorial Services is visiting hours at the Swan Funeral Home in Clinton from 9 to 12. So I'm hoping that we can have some overlapping coverage so that everybody can go and give their respects.
When is that Swan Funeral Home? That's in Clinton or Madison?
The Clinton one
Clinton.
at 9 from 9 to 12
On Saturday.
on Saturday. I can forward you all the obituary if
Okay.
you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
Right.
in the paper
Mm.
2 weeks ago.
Since we have Sophia for just a limited time, can we focus on
Yep.
uh our response, and if not the actual response, just what our strategy is.
Main points.
I
Um,
mean, are we going to email her back, or are we going to request a conversation, or are we just going to kind of
I think
yeah.
I, I'd like to email her back and say that, this goes for 20 years. Um, the commission started with a room full of residents voting in favor of it because they wanted the resources protected. And
Mhm.
we start there, and it's just and that we should be built into anything that is a long-term town project, not seeing what she's submitting to the CIP at October because they've already made decisions.
Right. Heather, let me ask you this because you've been with the commission the longest. When I was sitting with Alex on the 25th at Bower Park,
Hmm.
he was telling me, because he's been on for a while too, that the CC had been a part of the planning and zoning process and then
Yes,
was removed from it.
yes, we were.
Okay. I don't know the history on that and what happened, but I don't, yeah, it seems like I'd like to know the reason we were removed and, how we could become part of that process again. Because obviously this isn't going to work.
Yeah. I was told at the time that um, the legal counsel for the town had read the stuff and said, well, inland wetlands and planning and zoning could request our assistance. We couldn't just automatically come into the process. So, what had been a rolling process where we had permission from both commissions to comment at will was suddenly restricted.
Do you know what year this was and under which administration?
I know it was with Dave Anderson in his last couple of years, and I have to figure out how that fits.
Dave Anderson on the CC?
No,
Or,
he was the town planner before Aaron.
oh, oh, okay. Okay.
Um, but it boils down to is the commission said, we said all along our best role was to be able to comment before things were in the form of a full-blown application because we could point out the issues and that are going to be brought up by the residents.
Yeah, and it really boils down to the overall leadership of the town placing value on the commission's input and value on conserving and preserving and not trying to repair after damage is done.
Yes.
It seems to me that we have two components to our response. One is about long-term systematic processes
Mm-hmm.
involving the Conservation Commission, and the short term about the turf. So two things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's worth spending much time on the turf because it's kind of like I mean, we can use it as an example, but the ship has sailed. I think the more important point that she's still clearly not getting is that it's a classic example of when the Conservation Commission should be consulted and should have input. And she's kind of chastising us for doing it at the 11th hour.
When the town should have been asked us at the beginning.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Town should be reaching out to the CC, not ignoring or neglecting and then criticizing us for not coming to the table earlier. It's not our job to do that.
Yeah. For
It's
a
their
while.
job
Yeah.
to do their due diligence,
Hmm.
and in that process include all the relevant um,
Players.
potential players. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think also in this, so we've got, and short term is looks like not a possibility, but the long term interesting thing is, so we've got the long term, what's happened, what the problem is, and we can now demand for some changes. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's through a town referendum
Mm-hmm.
or whatever it is, but we need change here. This
Yeah.
has to change.
Yeah. Oh, and Terry, I want to address your concern about having a liaison because there is actually a liaison to planning and zoning and board of ed and all those. And the idea is the board of selectmen liaison is supposed to be telling us what they're up to so we could say, oh, you guys really should be should be putting us on the loop for that.
Yeah, I don't see the liaison and the tree advisory committee working that way.
Mhm.
Um, it's nice to have Al, and I'm sure he's there because, well, in part because it's such a new committee, but um, we can ask him questions, but for the most part, it, I don't see that we're getting any flow of information from him. So I don't know how Al coming into the Conservation Commission as a liaison to the Board of Selectmen, if he's not going to bring us information on significant projects that the CC should have an input on, I don't know what value there is in that. I think the flow or the connection should be directly to the CC, not from one individual who just sits in our meetings and, you know, listens to what we're doing.
Mhm.
There should be a more direct flow and connection of information on projects.
Well, indeed, when Aaron used to come to our meetings on a regular basis, we always had reporting out from the town planner on what are the projects that are underway, what's being considered. So we should be getting that from a liaison.
Yeah, if that's what the liaison is, understands that that person is the conduit between the town planner and the commission, the Conservation Commission. I don't,
Training is possible to both directions.
So right now, it seems to me logistically, or we have a mechanical problem, you might say.
Mhm.
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 And we have to change that. There's no flow of information. And
Mhm.
without that flow, we are, you know, hampered in doing our job.
Right. I mean, the other example is the new road development, which we commented on 15 years ago. It was, it's part of it sits on an aquifer. It went back through some sort of process in a, I'm not going to say back room, but it's like they talked with the town planner, they talked with the sanitarian, they talked, but it didn't come before a commission until it was a full blown plan again. And
did
you
they
know,
come to the commission on that one?
they did not come to the Conservation Commission. They
Right.
came to planning and zoning for a planned development district, and I'm still not quite sure how it got around the aquifer thing.
Yeah. Is Erin able to give us any insight on that?
I'm gonna give her a call. Well, I gave her a call on Friday, but I will give her another one and schedule a meeting.
But is she
So
on this Zoom meeting now?
she, no, and I think that's why we have the reverb. She said she had another meeting, so she would set us up and
Okay. Yeah.
so I
So, Heather, what's your thought on then having Al Goldberg as liaison? Do you think it would be beneficial?
I think it would be almost more beneficial if we had one of the Republicans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mhm. I'm
Yeah.
sure I know what I know is Al is volunteering because he does the environmental commissions, but I
Mhm.
think it'd be more productive to have Jen or Bruce.
Could you tell us why? Just curious. I have no objections.
I think that it's better to have the people that are questioning what we do see us rather than the person who's like pro for the environment.
Well, I
That's a
also
good
think,
point.
yeah, and I also think that Al will always support what Peggy wants, to be honest. And yeah, um, yeah. And good for better or for worse, we don't necessarily want a yes person. We want somebody who's going to be objective and really hear what the Conservation Commission has concerns about or needs, what kind of message we need to get forward to those who are making the decisions and placing the votes.
So I think the liaison is a good start, and I like your idea, Heather, but I also think we have to have specify in writing that the role of the liaison is to do certain things, communicate all of the things, all the capital improvement projects being considered. It's an obligation. We have to be told.
Yes.
Right, that would be a key role of the liaison. If they are going to be there as an informant, a conduit between all the other boards that are have their eyes on the major projects in town that could have an environmental impact. If they're going to be doing that, then they need to come to us with that information, if that's going to be how information flows.
I'm just going to let you know that could roll back on us. As when we first started, we actually had a liaison to inland wetlands, and we had a liaison to planning and zoning, which meant other members of our commission had to go to extra meetings. So I could see them saying, well, oh, yes, have a liaison to the CIP commission or whatever they call themselves, or have a liaison to the inland wetlands. Again, it was Kealoha and they poached her. But that's, if we want to be in the loop, they may tell us that that's fine. You have to go to more meetings.
Yeah.
Which is awesome in theory, but it's a big commitment.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why when Kealoha left and I think it was Burke who used to do P&Z, it sort of fell by the wayside. But it was the best way to get the information back and forth.
Now that we have more people, maybe we can alternate sometimes. If someone's not able to go, then someone else can fill in, but make sure that we have a presence and report
Right.
back.
The other thing that we could strongly request from the Board of Selectmen would be an actual meeting of all the environmentally related commissions. That was Fran's idea. We've been talking about it for several years. Samantha Polero, who's on the flood and water erosion, whatever they call that now, is interested in the idea.
That
So-
still doesn't help us with the flow of information from
Does
capital
well.
improvement.
It helps from the point of view if we meet the different members. We're not trying to poach. We're trying to help. Our role here is to help the other commissions. So
That's more though a request
Long-term
through
again.
Aaron than a
Mhm.
response to Peggy.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and I'm also just curious. I mean, I understand because we are a town commission, we have to do things kind of, for example, this call through, because it would just be great if it would definitely behoove us to have more relationships with other people in the commissions,
Mhm. Yes.
whether we do it formally or informally, uh, you know.
When 3 or more get together, it must be posted as a public meeting. Coffee doesn't
I
count.
have a question. If we do meet with the other commissions to form a super committee, would that be just once in a year or once in 6
That's what I'm
months?
thinking.
Okay, but so that could be an and, not or.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm
Mhm.
going to call that super committee. We have those at Connecticut College.
Mhm.
So maybe once time or 2 times a year.
Yeah. And if we can't get all the members of all the commissions together, they could alternate, get 1 or 2 representatives to each commission at each meeting.
I am getting ready to leave
Yes,
and
I
doing
see
this
that.
at
Yes.
the same
Oh,
time.
you have
Have
5
you
minutes?
noticed?
Yes.
So do we do a draft then? To reply to
Mhm.
Peggy? And then,
Yes.
okay.
I can do
Okay.
a quick draft if you'd like and send it. Yeah,
Please.
that 'cause I've been but I have a couple other quick three other points. One is I had on my calendar, I had written down something about the planning and zoning meeting this Thursday. I don't see anything on the website in terms of an agenda, but I also don't know why that was flagged because I don't normally pay attention. So I don't know if that
Mm.
rings a bell for anyone about anything we should have on our radar.
No, probably it's planning, so they're probably going to start talking about the
The
regulation update.
regulations. Okay. So, yeah, I guess the question is, should one of us sit in?
I have rehearsals on Thursday from 7 to 9.
Um, I mean, I think I could probably do it. I don't think I can do anything on Saturday,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Um, so if we want to have our eye on that meeting, I can sit in it for at least like 80 or 90 minutes.
Let me throw this out there. If you want, I could sit in on the meeting on Thursday, but there's a meeting tonight of the Bicycle and Pedestrian Committee about talking about the sidewalk. There's just an update on the
Oh gosh.
sidewalk on Green Hill Road. I have a American Legion meeting tonight from 7 to 9, so I can't attend. But this Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee is going to discuss, quote, the update for a public hearing that they had on this sidewalk thing. They had it on April 27th, which I was unaware of it. Amy maybe
Yeah.
you know something about it, but it was so close to our April 25th, extravaganza on that Saturday that I think maybe all of us lost visual on that. So there's an update on that at the meeting tonight at 6:30, and I can't tie into it. But
Is it a Zoom? Because I can.
I think it's a hybrid. So,
Okay.
right, and I think it's Scranton Library plus hybrid. I got an email on the agenda for that meeting tonight of the BPAC. Um, and as far as Saturday goes, Heather, I'm working, of course, the plant sale for a few hours.
Yep.
So I can't sit there at a booth. Um,
Okay.
but
I
I do want
can.
to,
Okay.
So I want to go to Alex's dad's thing, but I can be there
Mhm.
for that too.
Well, so I'm figuring if I'm there for like the first hour, you could go to at his thing at 9 o'clock, and I could, when you come back, I could then run down.
Okay.
I can do like 9 to 10.
Okay. That would be great because that's when most of the people are there.
and Amy, you had two other points besides the
I
Thursday.
did. I did. So one is our sixth member, the guy who showed up. Um, did
Rich-
anyone follow up or can I follow up?
Yes, please.
Follow up. Okay, so who do I follow up with? The Madison Dems or
Or Gene Stevens.
okay. And Sophia, did you catch his name?
Yes, I do have it, and I can send that to you right now. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Like
Um,
Richard Talentino.
Richard
yeah.
Talentino.
I think
You
so.
remembered.
Well, I remember Richard because I have a brother, Richard. But Talentino, I remember speaking out and saying, "Oh, Valentino," or something
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
now I remember
that's
that.
right.
Yes.
somewhere around there. That's roughly his name. But Sophia has it down. She was taking
Yeah.
notes as
I'm
usual.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for it right now.
Okay, cool. And then yeah, the third point was the NRA budget because we were supposed to
Uh,
NRI, right.
NRI.
NRI.
That's why I have to call Aaron and set up a meeting because the tree advisory committee was going to give us one line to update that they approved, and then we were going to send out it as an RFQ, which would then get us potential budgets back. Although Fran sent some things out that was like, oh, going to get expensive.
Yeah, I mean no doubt it's going to be expensive, but we were supposed to get, I mean, Fran shared one estimate, and weren't we supposed to get a couple so we could?
That's why the RFQ goes out. So they are going to send, the people will send their estimate of based on what we have, with who's
Okay.
qualified to do it.
I
Yeah.
thought we had to go to the Board of Selectmen first and provide.
If it's an RFP, an official request for proposals, which legally binds the town to accept one of them, but an
Okay,
RFQ is a request for qualifications,
got it.
and
Okay.
we don't have to take all those people, any of those people, if we like them or
Okay,
don't like them.
got it. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, if you could draft something, Amy,
Sure.
and
I'm
yeah.
sending you some notes right now too. And I
Okay.
just sent you his name. And
Okay.
Jess had suggested he come to the meeting.
Mhm.
Who had suggested it?
Jess, I think
Jess?
that's Jess Stevens or something from
Gene
Jean.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I wrote Jess.
Yeah, she's the administrator in the Board of Selectmen office.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is one of the problems when we're just an advisory committee, we can give advice. The
20 years.
rules it can be ignored, right?
Yeah, we could give advice, but we also have to know what the projects are that they're looking at in order to do that.
Right. So they're not giving us the projects, notifying us of the projects. We'll see how this goes if we can make that change, but later we might want to reconsider like what is the role then when you hear the advice, what do you do with it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think one of the lines in Peggy's email was about revisiting the charge of the Conservation Commission. If
Yeah,
you're,
and
Yeah.
refining it. I was like,
Yeah, frankly, I'm very disappointed. I think she doesn't understand the actual importance of this committee, and I don't think that she really appreciates, or it wasn't communicated in that email, any real sense of the
um,
incredible value of our natural resources as natural resources to be left alone.
yeah, that is one of the main reasons that so many people moved to this town or are staying in this town.
mhm.
You know, you start stripping the land like they did on New Road and or building like they've done in Guilford, and people are just gonna move elsewhere.
Or they're going to expect more services.
Yes, yes. Right, which means more
But
taxes.
you can't, yeah, you can't do both.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah.
You either grow like Guilford, or are we distinct from Guilford? I mean, that to me is a very big difference.
Mhm.
I'm happy to see them have box stores. I don't want box stores.
No, not here.
Yeah,
No.
box stores actually aren't that big a tax base either.
And I don't
Yes.
want chain restaurants.
Mm.
I
Okay, I sent an email to you quickly of a review of what we just talked about, Amy. You
Okay.
can share it with everyone. I think I sent it just to you. Shoot.
Okay.
No, I sent it to everyone, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent it to everyone.
Okay.
All right. Since we're not supposed to cover anything except what was on the agenda, are we done with our 2 items? It's a special meeting. There's extra rules.
Oh, you mean you can't add new business
You
then?
can't add new business.
Boy, oh boy.
Robert's Rules of Order.
Well, yeah,
Alright.
it's a special
Okay,
meeting.
so Amy will send out a draft. We will make some comments, and we better. Our next meeting is 3 weeks from tomorrow. Let me check. The 20th.
I'll be catching up on everything
Yeah, you'll be so
after
zen by then.
Thursday. Okay, bear with me.
Yeah.
I'm giving an exam on tomorrow, but
Good luck.
thank you,
Okay.
everyone. I have to run to the
You have to
college now.
run. I'm gonna declare this meeting adjourned. I don't even think we need a motion. So it's
Thank you.
11:06. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Heather, you're gonna tie into the meeting tonight, the BPAC meeting?
Yes, I am going to try it.
Great.
That I'll check on the calendar right now.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thanks,
And see if I
everybody.
can find an agenda for planning and zoning. It should be there.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't see one, but
It may go. It technically they have till end of business today.
okay.
So
Bye, everyone.
bye.
Bye. Thank you.